Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Happy Friday night to you guys out there. The Celtics back in action tonight, looking to bounce back. They are 9-1 in their previous 10 games. It's looking like they have secured a number 2 spot most likely in the NBA playoffs. Second place behind the Cleveland Cavaliers right now in the standings. Celtics are trailing by 5 games against Cleveland. 56-20 record for Boston. The only way that they can get up to the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference is just a miracle collapse by the Cavs in their last 6 games. They would have to go 0-6. The Celtics would have to go a perfect 6-0 in their last 6 games to close out the 2025 schedule. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe for tonight's matchup. The Phoenix Suns, really rough recently for them, on the brink of elimination possibly of the play-in. They're number 11 in the West. They're 1 game behind Sacramento. It's right now at the end of the season, last week plus of the regular season, and Phoenix struggling without Kevin Durant now for the next few games or so. He is out tonight. 35-41 record. Their defense has been pathetic recently for Phoenix. They get the worst 4 defenders within the last 5 games in the NBA. That includes Devin Booker, who has been the worst defender within the past 2 weeks in the entire NBA for the Phoenix Suns. They're allowing opponents to average 134 points per game in their last 4 games in the 4-game losing streak coming into this matchup. Looking at what they've done in the last 4 games, and these two teams have played each other recently 9 days ago. Back on March 26, Celtics crushed Phoenix in a 132-102 victory on the road for Boston at Phoenix. After that loss for Phoenix, they lost 3 straight after the Celtics lost, losing by 15 at the T-Wolves, 124-109. And then the Suns lost 148-109 against Houston on Sunday, and then lost against the Bucks without Damian Lillard for quite a bit of time, 133-123 on Tuesday. What's good? Welcome in, Vegas. Thanks for joining in, man. James, glad to have you back in the stream here for the Philippines for this one, and welcome aboard, everybody, tonight for this game. Daniel, glad to have you back in. If you guys are doing the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, get a tip off. And next couple minutes from now, I'm going to tip off with this one. Celtics a heavy favorite. Everybody is available tonight for Boston. Kind of shocked that everybody is available. Jaylen Brown coming into this game questionable. They're 5 games behind Cleveland for the number 1 spot in the East, and They're not resting players. Everybody available. It's one of the very few games that everybody's available for tonight for the Celtics. Kevin Durant, the lone player, out tonight for Phoenix. Yeah, I heard a couple big transfers that PC picked up, and picked up a couple key recruits coming in too. So a few big days recently this week. Big week for PC going into the future there for the Friars. So great pickups they got. Hopefully making some instant impact right there for next year. Celtics are a humongous favorite, 15.5-point favorites right now. So Jaylen Brown, questionable coming into this game. He has been upgraded to available. He is good to go tonight. Everybody healthy for Boston. I'll go over my top 5 picks here in just a moment as, yeah, this has not been the season for the Phoenix Suns at all. Looking like Kevin Durant is very well going to get traded in the offseason. And just a major disappointment for Phoenix, which does not look like a playoff team at all for them. They're number 11 in the Western Conference. It just goes to show you can have all the big names on their team and just the chemistry just simply isn't there for this Phoenix Suns team right now. Keith, what's good? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it for being back in, brother. Celtics rolling right now, looking to bounce back. They have done that like almost every time this year. I think they've only lost once in games that they haven't been able to bounce back afterwards. So, yeah, going through their streaks here twice this year. They've only gone on losing streaks of 2 straight losses twice. That's it. December 23, December 25, lost against the Magic and the Sixers. And then February 26, February 28, lost against the Pistons and the Cavs. And after that, it's been after a loss following with a bounce-back win for Boston. They have won in the last 15 games. That is, they are 13-2 in the last 15, 9-1 in their last 10. What's good, George in the street? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Hockey from home. Welcome back in. I got a low-key sleeper here for a team that has the chance to make it to the NBA Finals out of the West. The Golden State Warriors look really good right now. Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, they come to play in the playoffs. And they beat the Lakers yesterday in a game that they were a slight underdog going into that game. Golden State, since the Jimmy Butler trade, is they're now 20-4 since that trade. If you add up all those wins, if they had Jimmy Butler throughout the course of the season, they would have a record of 60-12 for Golden State right now. I think that they're going to give Oklahoma City, who by far look like the best team in the West throughout the entire course of the season, with the experience of Curry and Butler, if they stay healthy throughout the playoffs, I think they're going to give OKC a run for his money. And if they get wherever they get matched up with them, whether it's the Western Conference Finals, the Western Conference Semis, anything could happen once we get into like April and May in the playoffs, because matchups matter, experience matters, and Golden State, they just have winners on their team. So that's low-key a team to watch out for. And, yeah, they look really, really good. I watched some of that game yesterday against the Lakers. And, man, they just pounded the Lakers. Lakers just aren't there yet. That, Luka with his defense, I think that's going to get picked apart in the playoffs, even though he's an elite offensive weapon. But also the lack of rim protection that the Lakers have. There's another step up, too. It looks like right now Golden State and OKC, two teams that should be meeting up against each other. That's on the next step up compared to the rest, in my opinion, out in the West. The Lakers just lack that rim protection. In my opinion about the Nuggets, it's just Jokic is having just an amazing season for him, but he is carrying the team. His plus minus in the box score, he is the best player at effective plus this season for Jokic. It's not even close. Like, Jokic's positive plus, just like if whenever Jokic is not playing, the Nuggets are like one of the worst teams in the league. But when he's out there, he just brings the team to be a top 5 team in the West for him. Like, he carries that team. He had 62 points the other night for Jokic. Just absolutely insane. But whenever he like substitutes out, it's tough sledding without him. So the depth there is really concerning for Denver, and also like any sort of production outside of Jokic with injuries that they're suffering this year. They've been in and out of the lineup with players like Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, all those guys have missed time. That's concerning since they keep on missing time late stretch of the season where a couple weeks before the start of the playoffs right now. And yeah, that's what hurt them last year was the depth for Denver, and they're going to need much more production behind Jokic because Jokic can't pour in 50 every like game or so and expect to win when this guy's out here logging 40-plus minutes every single game trying to save the team. Yeah, this Phoenix team is cooked right now. I don't think they make it into the play-in for them. Natasha, what's good? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Here we go. My top 5 picks of the night. Going to get you guys these top 5 picks right here. Sponsored by BetUS. Here we go. So here we go. This is what I got tonight for my top 5 picks. I like the Celtics over 120.5 in this game. I know the Celtics play with a slower pace, bottom 5 in the league in pace of play, but Phoenix has the worst defense in the NBA, winning the last 5 games, ranking dead last in defensive efficiency. Phoenix has the 4 worst defenders in the league, winning the last 2 weeks. And the worst defender right now via defensive efficiency is Devin Booker, out of any player in the NBA dating back to March 25th for Devin Booker, alongside Grayson Allen, Tyus Jones, and Nick Richards. The Celtics scored 132 points against the Suns 9 days ago. I like the Celtics once again to light up this Phoenix defense tonight. Phoenix has been allowing their previous 4 opponents on their 4-game losing streak to average 134 points per game for opponents. There's no defense recently for the Phoenix Suns. Second pick tonight, I like Kristaps Porzingis over 19.5 points. He's going up against Nick Richards. I mean, that's going to be a major mismatch there that Porzingis is going to take advantage of his matchup tonight. I don't think anybody expects Nick Richards to have any chance at defending Porzingis in this game. Porzingis dropped down 30 points, shooting 10 for 15 from the floor 9 days ago when he took on Phoenix. I expect another big game out of KP tonight. And against the Phoenix Suns team that's had a lot of trouble defending bigs this season. Derek White over 15.5 points for him. He's averaging around 16 points per game this season. He's a better scorer on his home floor than in road games, and he is averaging 19 points per game in his previous 10 games at home. For Derek White, he scored at least 16 points in 4 straight games at the TD Garden. Derek White dropped down 16 in the last meeting against Phoenix. I think he's going to have another big game tonight for Derek White. This one's my lock of the night right here. Number 4, Derek White over 4.5 assists. He is averaging 6.2 assists per game in his last 10 games. White has recorded at least 6 assists in 6 straight games. I'm looking out for Derek White tonight to surpass those assist totals. He has been balling out recently for him, big time as a playmaker. And then my final pick, Jrue Holiday, doing a little bit of everything tonight in the combined category for over 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. He has taken off recently, averaging a combined 18.3 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, and 5.3 assists per game. In his last 3 games, he had 16, 2, and 3 the last time he faced the Suns 9 days ago. And in the last 3 games, he is averaging around 10 points greater than what he has here for his total for the over for 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. He's averaging 28.6 points, rebounds, and assists combined in his previous 3 games. If you guys like those over-unders I got for you guys out for player props, feel free to go over there. Take them. Available over on BetUS, where you can bet with my channel sponsor, BetUS. That link is posted in the description of this video. Also, I'll put it in the chat as well for BetUS. But I keep on hitting on everything. If you guys follow me on Twitter at behindthearc14, I put up every single day my top 5 picks of the night. 5-0 yesterday for my top 5 picks. I had Steph Curry over a point, Steph Curry over assist, Golden State Warriors money line. I had the over for Golden State's team total, and I had LeBron James over points hit on all 5 picks yesterday. Since Tuesday, I'm 13-2 in picks. Things really looking really, really well, as I've got the whole thing down in terms of stylistic basketball recently, and tonight this should be Porzingis' game, as Porzingis has struggled in the past going up against physicality. This Phoenix Suns team lacks physicality. Watch out for Porzingis to be the player of the game tonight, in my opinion. Starting lineup looks like this for the Celtics: Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis. Everybody available, everybody healthy tonight for the Celtics. as Phoenix got their starting five tonight between Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Royce O'Neal, Ryan Dunn, and Oso Iguodala, the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. So you get a rookie out on the floor, Oso Iguodala from Marquette, at the 5 spot tonight, going up against Kristaps Porzingis. I talked about Nick Richards in the pregame. He is not getting the start tonight. Instead, it is Oso Iguodala, and that is a major mismatch. And watch for Porzingis to drop a 30-burger on this Phoenix Suns atrocious defense tonight. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. The Phoenix Suns have been abysmal defensively, allowing opponents to average 134 points per game in the last 4 games. The Celtics have bounced back in every single one of their games besides 2 this season for Boston. Tonight is a bounce-back night guaranteed on April 4th, 2025. My first stream out of 3 this week, and I hope to be back live tomorrow covering both of the games of the Final Four. 6:09 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow with Florida and Auburn. After that, around 8:49 p.m. Eastern Time between Duke and Houston. Work the ball, guard the 3, win the paint. Celtics knocked down 22 threes in the last time they faced Phoenix 9 days ago. Here we go. Looking for another big night out of the Celtics tonight. Celtics a 14.5 point favorite coming into this game. I expect a humongous victory tonight by Boston with everybody fully available. Did not take that on the spread because this Celtics team, being a double-digit home favorite, they have played down to their opponents recently, but I expect them to win by 20 points at least tonight against this battered, banged-up Phoenix Suns team that's lacking team chemistry without their star player, Kevin Durant, tonight. Green jerseys, white numbers, white letters for the Celtics. Go left to right in the floor. Phoenix, white jerseys, purple numbers out in the front of their uniforms, purple numbers in the back with orange letters at the back of their jerseys. And here we go. First quarter of action, Porzingis and Oso Iguodala go up for the tip, and it's Phoenix who controls the opening tip. Right to left on the floor. First possession here for the Suns. Bradley Beal at the top of the key, dribbles up to the elbow, slides it out on top over to Iguodala, back outside of Beal. Beal dribbles up here to the left elbow, step back jumper deep two, left it short off the rim. Porzingis already collects the defensive rebound. First possession of the night here for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown available for this game as he attacks the paint. Spin cycle, Brown goes up, gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Jaylen Brown. That is charged to Ryan Dunn. So JB, quick work here. Going to shoot 2 coming up in the charity stripe. What's good? Banong in the street, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Snake, welcome back on board. Jeffrey, welcome in. That's awesome, man. Looks like, yeah, I heard about that. Red Sox big win today. Red Sox started getting to a groove. Seagull, welcome back in, brother. Hope all is going well. First free throw is good. Celtics start off with the first point of the night. Goes to Jaylen Brown. 24-13 at home for Boston. They're putting up historical road numbers this year. A much better team on the road at 32-7 this year. Phoenix really struggling in road games at just 12-26 this year. Free throw number 2 is good. Phoenix ranks dead last in the NBA, last 10 games in defensive efficiency. Last 4 games allowing opponents to average 134 points per game. Booker comes off the screen, takes the jumper, swoosh. He's going to have a humongous game tonight. He did that back in 2017. He had a 70-plus point game. Booker did back in the spring of 2017 against the Celtics. Tatum slides it out on top. Porzingis pops up for the 3, and he drills it. Bang, a bang by KP from the perimeter. There's 1 3 made tonight by the big fella. Phoenix allowing 14 made threes to opponents per game this season. Bottom 4 to NBA, 26th in the league. Booker, bounce pass. Iguodala, runner, missed off the mark, no good. Porzingis controls his second rebound of the night. Holiday up the floor here at the left wing. Drew fires the cutter, backdoor. Jaylen Brown up and off the backboard, scores for the easy 2. That is way too easy right there. 1 assist so far tonight for Drew Holiday. Bradley Beal at the left wing. Bounce pass top of the key over to Booker. Booker dribbles up here to the elbow. Booker weaves his way inside the key. Kick out corner. Dunn takes a 3 as he is able to send it in. 2-point game right now. Celtics number 2 in the NBA in offensive rating. Lob down low. Gets deflected, intercepted as Iguodala comes out with a steal here for Phoenix. Iguodala Up the floor finds Booker. Kick out to the wing. Royce O'Neal jacks up the three. Missed off the rim short. Derek White controls his first rebound of the night. 2 minutes through of action here. White at the right wing perimeter. Sends it down low off to Tatum. A lot of space so far here tonight for the Celtics. Holiday, flick pass down low. Porzingis bouncing bodies underneath KP. Turnaround shot, no good. Rattled out, and the rebound controlled here as it got tapped over to Beal. Yeah, Porzingis going to finish that one right there. Unable to finish that shot down low off the turnarounds. Hook shot inside. Beal gets around. Holiday, pocket pass. Iguodala rolls up. Runner missed off the rim short. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. A lot of pick and rolls. Oso Iguodala loves to be the runner. Nobody there. There's a lob threat, though, off the roller for Iguodala. Here goes Tatum. Bursts the speed to the cup. Scores the easy layup. 9-5 right now for the Celtics. Getting whatever they want off. Dribble drive penetration inside the paint. Booker rises for the jumper. Deep two. Connects on it. Plus the foul. Bad shooting foul charged to Jason Tatum. And one coming up here by Devin Booker. We're just getting started tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. One shot here by Devin Booker. That one is good. We get a 1-point game. Yeah, good for him, man. Tatum with possession. Edge of the midcourt logo for Tatum. Tatum fires the pass, free throw circle, off to Porzingis. Porzingis backs his way. Kick out to the wing, off to Tatum. Tatum jacks up the three, off the back rim, no good. Tipped by Iguodala, off to Booker for the defensive rebound. Phoenix down by 1 now. Devin Booker slides it off to his left. Royce O'Neal, touch pass outside. Done back into the hands to Booker. Booker steps into a three over Holiday. Connects on the triple. First lead in the night here for Phoenix, 11-9. Devin Booker right now responsible for 8 points. Perfect 3 for 3 from the floor. Jaylen Brown at the left wing, guarded by Iguodala around the perimeter, 1-on-1. Brown jacks up the three over Iguodala. He splashes it. Celtics take the lead right back. JB looking ready to play today. Booker, jumper over Porzingis, connects in the two. Celtics playing unphysical basketball to start off this game. You got to get going and start to contest these shots. Looking like their defense right now is just going through the motion. White, hand off to Brown. Jaylen Brown lost the handle, turns it over. Up the floor, here goes Ryan Dunn for Phoenix as he explodes the cup. No good, missed the layup. It got altered at the rim by the Celtics. Here goes Boston the other way. Jaylen Brown, top of the key, will slow it down here for Boston. Trailing by 1, 7.5 left to go in the first. Brown dribbles, drives, low block, dish outside off to White. Derek White off feed, guarded by Beal, into the hands to Brown. Brown poked loose around the perimeter, picks it up back to the backcourt. 2 in the shot clock, has to launch, launches at the TD Garden logo. Cha-ching! Open up the bank right there for Jaylen Brown in the 39-footer. Insane shot, cash money for JB. On a botched possession with a deflected ball all the way to the midcourt logo. Just heaves up a prayer right past the midcourt line and banks it in. Booker, runner off the top of the glass, no good. Altered by Porzingis. Here goes the Celtics the other way. Jaylen Brown looking for his night tonight. Steps into a three around the rim and out. Dunn collects the defensive rebound. Phoenix down by 2 with possession. Under 7 minutes left to go in the first. Up fake. Dribbles up. O'Neal. His pass sails off the top of the fingertips of Dunn. They get it back though. O'Neal. Runner. Off the mark. No good. Holiday controls the defensive rebound. Here goes Drew taking it up the floor. Holiday at the left wing perimeter. 6.5 left to go in the first. White looking to get on the scoring. Outside Holiday. Puts the ball into the hands to Tatum. Tatum. Working 1-on-1 on Oso Iguodala playing iso ball. Tatum, crossover, dribbles, drives, right down the lane inside with a right hand. Finish there, up and off the backboard. Good for 2 by JT. 17-13 for Boston. Celtics shooting a blazing 6 for 9 for the floor against the league's worst defense in the last week. In this matchup right now as we're midway into the opening quarter. Booker. At the right elbow, guarded by White. Push pass on top. Dunn jacks up the three. That missed off the mark, not even close. And Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Finds White up the floor. Derek White at the left wing off to Tatum. Tatum steps into an open three. Boomerang. Bang, bang as he shreds down a triple. 20-13 Celtics in the timeout taken in the floor by the Phoenix Suns. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, right now looking like money out there, knocking down shots left and right against this Phoenix Suns team. 17 out of the 20 combined between the Jays. 10 points by Jaylen, 7 points by Tatum, 3 by Porzingis as we head over to a timeout taken on the floor, charge to Phoenix. We're at the start here for the Celtics. 5:47 left to go the opening quarter. Everything clicking like it should be right now. Right from the get-go, knocking down shot for shot. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Yeah, I saw some big pickups recently coming in for Providence, so some good news there. Able to start to make some news in the transfer portals. That's good there, bud. Yeah, wow, third place. That's awesome. Awesome for you, Jeffrey. Really good start right now for the Celtics. Phoenix is going to need a 40-plus burger out of Devin Booker to win this game. If the Cleveland Cavaliers win tonight, despite the Celtics win, then it's already set in stone that the Celtics will be the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. All Cleveland has to do is win at least one out of their next 6 games, and it'll clinch home court advantage in the Eastern Conference. Celtics starting off 7 for 10 shooting. Phoenix 5 for 13 from the floor. Celtics leading the rebounds 8-3 right now. Just a bunch of mismatches going on in the court currently. Sacramento up against Charlotte 39-26. Phoenix is 1 game behind Sacramento in the number 11 spot in the Western Conference. 1 game behind the play-in game. Utah up against Indiana. That's kind of shocking there. 48-42. The Pacers right now currently number 4 place team in the East. They're 3 games above Milwaukee. So maybe they're resting players for that game for Indiana. But right now they're trailing against Utah midway through the second quarter. Raptors up against the Pistons 12-9. Jason Tatum number 9 in Celtics all-time scoring leaders. Jaylen Brown is now up to number 14 right now in all-time Celtics scoring leaders. We come back from the timeout. Celtics by 7. Paul Pierce in the stands courtside seats watching his team right now here at the TD Garden. Peyton Pritchard, first time on the floor. Celtics in the 8-set run. It's Tatum, Pritchard, Horford, Luke Cornett, and Drew Holiday. That's the 5 in the court currently for the Celtics. Royce O'Neal on the floor with Oso Ighodaro, Ryan Dunn, Devin Booker, as O'Neal has to hoist up a prayer from the midcourt logo, and that did not hit rim. That's a shot clock violation. Celtics with some disruptive defense right there, able to deflect that ball to the midcourt line. Boston by 7 with possession. Tatum crosses midcourt. He is defended by Ryan Dunn, 1-on-1, switch guarded by Ighodaro. Tatum steps into a 3. That 3 came off short. Luke Cornett tips it back over to Tatum for the offensive rebound. Tatum dribbles, drives to the poke loose out of his hands, results in the turnover. Dunn here up the floor with a steal. Booker elevates for the 3, missed off the back rim, no good. O'Neal collects the offensive rebound. Ighodaro, top of the free throw circle, hand off to Beal. Beal, 7 on the timer, bounce pass O'Neal off to the middle. Ighodaro, roller, connects on the 2. That's all he's got in this game right there for Oso Ighodaro. Just spots up and floats in 10-foot bunnies all the time there for Oso. 5-point game right now. He is playing the 5 spot today. Look for a lob to Luke Cornett as he's got a ton of size advantage going up against Ighodaro. Cornett tips it over to Holiday. Off to Horford, a miss for the offensive rebound. Tatum push pass to his left. Open 3. Big Al Horford drills the triple. 8-point lead right now for the Celtics. 5th made 3 in the night here for Boston. In the opening quarter, Holiday, far side of the floor. As this ball gets, or that's going to be charged to a Holiday, far side of the floor, reaching in on the personal foul. Grayson Allen will check into the game right now for Phoenix alongside Colin Gillespie. So Grayson Allen, Colin Gillespie, Devin Booker, Oso Iguodaro, and Ryan Dunn. That's the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. That's who they got on the floor right now for Phoenix in this game. 2 personal fouls by the Celtics, 1 by Phoenix. Booker looking at inbound, lobs it far side of the floor, broke it up out of bounds, and it's off the Celtics. So that was broken up out of bounds off Tatum. Tatum, Holiday, Horford, Cornette, and Pritchard. The 5 in the court currently for Boston here. Inbound to Booker. Slides it off to his left, Gillespie. Puts the ball into the hands to Dunn. Left baseline dribble. Off to the middle, Iguodaro. Outside over to Grayson Allen. Allen off the dribble. Slips in the hard one. Shovel pass underneath. And we get a whistle here on the floor. Picked up charge. The Celtics reaching in. This is where the Celtics can really start to take over this game. Right now on the floor against the Phoenix guys, what they got currently on the floor. A lot of unathletic white dudes right now on the court repping the Phoenix Suns. Inbound goes to Booker. Booker at the top, slides it over to the left wing. Grayson Allen thought about the step back. He will. He takes it over Al Horford, and he drills the triple. 23-18 now. Pritchard at the left wing perimeter. Moves on top over to Cornette, puts the ball into the hands to Tatum. Tatum should feast upon the defense that's out there on the floor right now for Phoenix. Right baseline, dribble. Holiday floats up the runner, no good. In and off the hands of Cornette. Tipped over to Gillespie for the defensive rebound. Here goes Booker. Shoved off Pritchard. No call by the referees there. Booker guarded by Pritchard 1-on-1 at the left wing. Booker takes Pritchard inside here at the free throw circle. Bouncing bodies, draws the double. Gives it over to Oso. Runner's good at the low block over Cornette. Luke Cornette just a tad too late right there trying to block that shot by Oso Iguodaro. It's only a 3-point game right now. Tatum at the top of the key. He's guarded by Dunn 1-on-1. Cornette gets knocked down. No foul call charge to the referees right there. Tatum playing iso ball. Step back 3 in the air for Tatum. Off the mark, no good. Tip to the corner. Gillespie saves it. And this basketball rolls out of bounds. It's off of Cornette. It's going to be Phoenix ball. Celtics playing sloppy right now. Got to get Jaylen Brown back on the floor because following the lead, Jason Tatum going into his old habits, playing lazy tonight. Right now for Jason Tatum, starting to go into iso ball. 3 for 6 by Tatum. Just starting to be a ball hog currently in this game. You got to start to spread out the basketball instead of the ball starting to stick and going to one guy. Jacking up shot over shot over shot over one player. Tatum thinking that he can do everything tonight. Tatum so far 1 for 4 from 3-point range, 3 for 6 from the floor. Got to take it to the rim, man. 7 points, but inefficient from 3, thinking that he could do it all himself. As we head over to the timeout, 23-20 down to 2:54 left to go in the first. Gotta just take it to the rim if you're Jason Tatum right now. Like, this iso ball stuff is just wrecking the flow of the offense. Jaylen Brown with 10 points, Tatum with 7, 3 each by Horford and Porzingis. 10 points by Booker, 4 by Iguodaro, 3 each by Ryan Dunn and Grayson Allen. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Well, I covered a play-in for the East. I'm not sure just yet. I got a pretty busy week during that week for games that I got covering for college broadcasts. I think I got a college broadcast each on Tuesday and Wednesday that play-in week, and then I got an event that I got it's my 50th anniversary for the college radio station that I used to go to for college that I got on that Thursday. And then actually I'm going away Friday to Monday that week as well, later in that week. So probably not, most likely, because that week's going to be really busy for me. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be covering like the early playoff games as much this year, because I got seven different broadcasts coming back out of my vacation week. I get 7 different broadcasts on the I think it's the 25th, 26th, and 27th. I'm doing like a water polo tournament over at Brown, and there's 7 different teams part of that tournament or so. So I'm probably not going to be able to cover like a lot of the playoff games or so for like the first week until we get past the 27th or so. Yeah, I get a lot of busy games that week that they expect me to like prep a lot for ESPN Plus. That's going to be a huge week. Tatum steps into an open 3. Tatum off the mark, no good. The follow through is good as nobody was able to box out Luke Cornett. 25-22. Devin Booker has at the free throw circle. This ball gets poked loose, stole away by Tatum. Up in a run out right now. Bounce pass in the trailer. Sam Hauser jacks up the 3. Missed off the mark, no good. Tipped around over to Nick Richards for the defensive rebound. Phoenix with possession. Bounce pass, kick out to the corner. Open 3 for Colin Gillespie. Bricked off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound controlled by Booker. Booker elevates for the J. Missed off the mark around the rim and out. This ball gets tapped back out to the perimeter. Right over to number 17 for Phoenix with a offensive rebound with Cody Martin. Cody Martin, backdoor layup, got rejected by the bottom part of the rim, and Pritchard collects the defensive rebound out of it. Pritchard at the top, lob down low. Luke Cornett able to soar up and slam down the door shut with a 2-handed flush. Man, the rim protection is absolutely horrendous by the Phoenix Suns. Not even bothering covering the rim in this game. Gillespie dribbles up here to the mid-block. Circles around, back outside. Bounce pass off to Booker. Booker's played the entire first quarter. Minute 20 left to go in the first. Push pass. Left corner. Gillespie bricks another 3. Tipped out of bounds off of Phoenix. Celtics just playing the analytic card. They know that Colin Gillespie is not a good perimeter shooter. And just allowing him to generate open looks, and he keeps on bricking those wide open practice shots. Pritchard looking to get on the board. Step back jumper, takes it, and he makes it. Peyton Pritchard lets it fly to deep 2J, 1 foot on the 3-point line. Celtics by 7. Final minute left to go in the first. Shooting the ball to blazing 55% for the floor, 11 for 20 right now. Booker, jumper, mid-range, came off the rim short. Horford rips away the defensive rebound. Celtics would be scoring 50 points in this opening quarter if they played with a bunch more pace. Celtics pace number 27 in the NBA in pace of play this season. Tatum elevates for the J. Baseline jumper off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Allen. Yeah, Jason Tatum's just going to give up the ball to his teammates. It's just a lot of Tatum right now. Carly from the floor. Devin Booker at the edge in the midcourt logo right now. Booker. TD guarded logo defended by Pritchard 101. Screen gets set by Richards. Booker dribbles up to the elbow. Bounce pass. Come away with it. That's Martin off to Gillespie. Gillespie slides it off to Allen. Allen, runner at the buzzer. He got it, but didn't launch it off in time. It will not count. 29-22. It's a shot clock violation charged to Phoenix with 8 seconds left to go to close out the quarter. This first quarter's blown right by right now. Sam Hauser, near side front court, inbound to Pritchard in the backcourt. 8 seconds left to go. Pritchard crosses midcourt, bursts the speed. Pritchard, shovel pass, Horford, runner, got it! 2.8 seconds left to go. Big Al Horford connects in the 2. Celtics by 9, and Phoenix on their final shots here at the buzzer. Came up short by Grayson Allen. We close out at the end of the first quarter. The Boston Celtics shooting a blazing 55% for the floor, 12 for 22 in the opening quarter of action, demolishing the Phoenix Suns right now. The Celtics lead 31-22 to the first quarter tonight. Really good sign right now for the Celtics. Playing their game, playing against a team that's not displaying any sort of physicality, unlike the last game. And they're just taking it to that team right now. This Phoenix Suns team lacks just full entire physicality for them. There's no such thing is physicality for Phoenix. And there's no defense out there either. There's no rim protection. There's nothing. And it's pretty apparent right now that we're going to see a lot of guys tonight for the Celtics scoring double figures. Jason Tatum just going to balance it out for him because he's bricked 5 shots. He has, out of the 10 total misses, he has half of the misses on the team currently in this game. Tatum's 3 for 8, 1 for 5 from 3-point range. Just trying to do too much out there for Jason Tatum. That's why you get teammates. And you just gotta have the ability to use your teammates and not hog the basketball and jack up contested low percentage jumpers. 7 points by Tatum. Leading scorers Jaylen Brown, 10 points on 3 for 4 shooting by Jaylen tonight. 5 points by Luke Cornett. 4 points by... Or that's 5 points by Al Horford. 4 points by Luke Cornett. 3 points by Porzingis. And then 2 points by Pritchard. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe as we head over to a swap here in between quarters. Going to start the second quarter in a matter of moments, but really good start tonight here for the Celtics. And tomorrow night, hoping to be back live covering both the Final Four games at 6:09 and 8:50 tomorrow. I should be good to go for both of those Final Four games. I was supposed to have 2 broadcasts tomorrow for softball, and then they just got pushed back to Sunday for postponement because it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. (12-2). Points in the paint for the Celtics. Celtics shooting 55% from the floor. Phoenix shooting just 38% right now. Celtics 5 for 12 from the perimeter. Phoenix 3 for 9 from the outside. Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Kristaps Porzingis, the 5 of the floor. Quarter 3 KP off the mark, no good. And Porzingis thought he was clearly fouled right there, landing in the landing spots of Cody Martin. No call though, but the referee says it's a bucket taken inside. That is good off the feed by Nick Richards. Scoring the basket was Grayson Allen. Hauser, push pass. Derek White, catch and fire 3 off the rim, no good. Jaylen Brown tipped that ball up in the air. Pritchard got whacked pretty hard from behind. The referee's letting these guys play out. Another no call going against the Celtics. Martin, kick it out off to the corner. Runner, no good halfway down. Rattled out off the shot attempt by Tyus Jones. Tipped over to the Celtics for the defensive rebound. Jaylen Brown, crossover, attacks right past Jones inside the key. Outside to Porzingis. Over to Hauser. Hauser, dump off. Brown, outside. Pritchard takes the 3. Makes the 3 from downtown by PP. Yeah, Peyton Pritchard still holding the back of his head right now. He got whacked a couple plays ago. And, yeah, he's still holding the back of his head area right now for Pritchard. Oh, yeah, there's like a big bruise in the back of his head. Looks like the back of his head looks like it's bulging out a little bit right now for Pritchard. I cannot believe they didn't call that. The first 2 plays, Porzingis got knocked down in the 3. He should have had 3 shots in the free throw line as Tyus Jones scores in the runner for 2. 34-26, 10.5 left to go before halftime. Brown on top. Jaylen Brown guarded by Nick Richards around the perimeter. That's a mismatch right now. Brown, a lot of space working on Richards. Crossover. Brown dribbles right past Richards. Watch out. Brown right to the cup. He scores. Up and through with a right-hand finger roll. It's too easy. Nick Richards, bottom 5 of the NBA in total defense in the last 5 games. Has been atrocious. Grayson Allen moves off to Tyus Jones. Those 2 guys are bottom 3 in the NBA alongside Booker as well since the last 2 weeks of action. Booker, Tyus Jones, Grayson Allen, Nick Richards, the 4 worst defenders in the league dating back to March 25th. As we get a tie up here at the floor, we'll have a jump ball coming up. Yeah, I looked up, today I searched over on StatMuse, NBA defensive rating, individual players since March 25th. First 4 names that came up in order with the worst defensive efficiency in the league: Devin Booker, Tyus Jones, Grayson Allen, and Nick Richards. Pritchard will jump this up in the Suns' free throw circle with Bradley Beal. Tyler, welcome in. Yes, I think the Celtics can win it once again this year. Just going to stay healthy. I think they're going to meet either Oklahoma City or Golden State in the NBA Finals. Golden State has a 20-4 record with Jimmy Butler. If you add up all those numbers, as Porzingis up fake side steps his way to an open three, and he cans it rather easily. 13-point lead for Boston. 6 points now for Porzingis tonight. 7 made threes by the Celtics. 9.5 left to go before halftime. 20-4 record with Jimmy Butler right now for Golden State. If you add up those numbers, they have a record of 60-12. If Jimmy Butler played the entire season, they'd be on pace for Oklahoma City. I believe they got a record right now of 64-12. So both of those teams are record-wise pretty much identical with like the same winning percentage to one another. If they played the same schedule, if Butler had played the entire season, if they went on the same pace of what they're winning with Butler currently. Porzingis just got fouled. He'll shoot 2 coming up here at the free throw line. What's good, Uncle Pizzle? Thanks for joining back in, brother. Hope all is well. Celtics torching this atrocious Phoenix Suns defense. It is so bad that it's just terrible. So terrible. Like, it's that bad that, like, Mr. Tops could have an easy time scoring against this team. Put the slowest guys and the slowest team in the NBA, and they make it look easy against this Phoenix Suns defense. Celtics are 18-2 following a loss this season. They've only lost back-to-back games twice this year. Porzingis just drilled the first free throw. Second shot here by Porzingis. That one is good. 41-26. Yeah, these guys are just ready to pack it in and call it a year for Phoenix. Once April, whatever the last day of the regular season is for them, April 13th or so, they're ready to just pack it in and call it a year. Head their way out to Cancun. There's no playing game for these guys. These guys are finishing, right now they're 11th in the West. They ain't finishing 10th, that's for sure. They're finishing much worse than 10th. Missed runner inside the key there by Jaylen Brown as it goes right back over to Cody Martin. Martin defended by Hauser around the perimeter. Moves it out to the top of the key over to Allen. Allen takes the 3 at the left wing. That missed poorly off the bottom left part of the glass. The Celtics come away with the basketball white. Push pass, left wing, 3 transition. Peyton Pritchard from the parking lot cans another 3 ball. Peyton Pritchard playing big time today. Celtics have made an NBA record 1,364 made 3-point field goals this season. That is 1,364 made threes this entire season. An NBA record by most threes ever made by a single team in a regular season history throughout the season. We still got 5 games remaining after this tonight. Jaylen Brown soars up, scores backdoor. It's a 20-point lead for Boston. Fully healthy Celtics team going up against the league's worst defense that honestly would get destroyed by the Duke Blue Devils in a flash. This defense for the Phoenix Suns is abysmal. 46-26 as we are down to 7:49 left to go before halftime as Phoenix takes a timeout. Yeah, this is a fireball offense right here. Mike Budenholzer and this Phoenix Suns team. This is really just a fireball offense. He should be gone at the end of the year. Kevin Durant's going to be gone. Just start from scratch if you're Phoenix right now because this is bad. No depth on this team. It's been like that for the last couple of years. Man, did they really collapse after the 2021 finals that they choked the 2-0 lead. They really just plummeted downwards after that. A big 3 with 0 depth. No physicality, no defense. They got no tough dudes in the team. Devin Booker's one of the most overrated players in NBA history that's ever stepped foot on the floor. Like, Bradley Beal's washed up. This Phoenix Suns team is as bad as it can get. It's bad. Good luck rest of the schedule. This is what they got here. The Knicks, Golden State, which is going to beat them by 60. OKC, night 2 of a back-to-back, which will beat them by 60. Make sure to pick Golden State on the spread, Oklahoma City on the spread for both of those games. Tuesday and Wednesday for next week. San Antonio, Sacramento. That's how they wrap up the schedule. Knicks, Warriors, Thunder, Spurs, and Kings. Cavs and Spurs just tipped off. If Cleveland wins that game, then Cleveland gets the number 1 seed in the East. Celtics would get the guaranteed 2 seed. Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to be the Miami Heat next year, most likely, for Kevin Durant. I got 2 names for the Miami Heat next year. Kevin Durant and Ja Morant. Those 2 going to play with each other in Miami. I think Ja's done from Memphis. They went to a totally different stylistic offensive scheme, and Ja does not like it at all. And with all the stuff that's happened this week and stuff like that, with the gestures that he's got fined, it's just made the case worse for Memphis to keep them. They have totally gone downhill there. Right now, I think they're 6th in the West. Yesterday they were 8th, and then they won. They won on a Ja buzzer beater. Yep. So they're up to 6 right now in the West. They're 3-7-0 in their last 10. They have completely just face planted downwards for them as well, as Phoenix just scored coming back from the timeout. I was talking to one of my good friends a couple of days ago. I think that was on Tuesday. I was like, I wouldn't be shocked, honestly, if Memphis drops into the play-in game and they go 0-2 in the play and just don't even play in the playoffs for Memphis. Right now, they're in 6th spot, so they might avoid the play-in game altogether, but they got the same amount of wins, or they get the same record as the T-Wolves. So both the Grizzlies and the T-Wolves are tied for 6th right now, with a 45-32 record out in the West as Booker nails the jumper. 46-30, Celtics with possession. 16-point lead. Pritchard down low, off to White. Kick out to the corner. Brown attacks the paint. Brown got blocked by Royce O'Neal. Wasn't clean, though. It will result in a shooting foul. 2 free throws coming up here for Jaylen Brown. Wow, Bucky McMillan. So Texas A&M going to go with Bucky McMillan. 1 year at Stanford. Yeah, he was... Actually, I think he was at Sanford. Yeah, he was at Samford, S-A-M-F-O-R-D. Yeah, that's why it was familiar. Buckyball. So they made it to the tournament, not this year, the year before, back in 2024. They took Kansas into overtime last year in the tournament. Wow. Yeah, good for him. He's got a 99-52 record over at Samford. So we're going to take another timeout on the floor right now as we are down to 6:47 left to go before half. Yeah, there's a lot of dangerous teams out in the West. Dallas at number 9 got a little bit of signs of life right now in the play-in for them since they got Anthony Davis back. The Clippers are balling for them. They're 8-2 in their last 10 despite being the number 8 team in the West. Minnesota 7-3 in their last 4. They've won 4 straight games in a row. So, yeah, honestly, I still wouldn't be shocked if the Grizzlies get into the play-in game and then they go 0-2. They lose against the Clippers in the 7-8 play-in game, and then they play in a single game elimination game, say against like Dallas or so, and they lose that, and then Dallas sneaks his way in somehow to the final spot as the 8 seed for Dallas. Makes things absolute cinema there between OKC and Dallas, for Dallas taking out OKC, but that Dallas team without Luka anymore and Anthony Davis, I mean, he's back, but still It's a long way from being a team that can like threaten another team in the series there. So OKC will make quick work of winning a sweep if that was to happen. But yeah, I think Memphis is in some deep trouble for them. Right now they're in 6th. Wouldn't be shocked next week if we're looking at them in the play-in and they're sweating it out in the play-in to have their season continue on the line. Really good start tonight for the Celtics here. 16-point lead. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate everybody for being a part here on the channel tonight. Jaylen Brown at the free throw line, shooting 2 here for Boston. First free throw is good. Cavs up against the Spurs 22-19. If the Cavs win that game, they'll be the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference playoffs, locking in the number 1 seed. Second free throw is good. Honestly, I'll take the 2 over the 1, in my honest opinion. Celtics have been a really good team on the road this season, and Phoenix just turned over the basketball off the rebounds. Things getting bad to worse here for the Suns tonight. Celtics are 32-7 in road games. That's the best road record this season out of anybody. Cavs are 33-5 at home. That's going to be absolute cinema in the Eastern Conference Finals if that happens. That's why, reason why I would take the 2 over the 3. I feel like the Knicks are a better matchup for the Celtics to excel at compared to the Pacers. Pacers go like 10, 11 guys deep. They play with a lot of speed. That could be a game, that could be a series like last year. The Pacers played the Celtics close. They were without Benedict Mathurin. That's a series that could pose quite a bit of issues for the Celtics, whereas the Knicks, they just can't beat signature opponents as Porzingis scores inside for 2. 19-point lead for the Celtics right now. The Knicks log in a lot of minutes. They have their entire starting 5 going like 40-plus minutes per game for New York. By the time you get to the second round of the playoffs, if you can escape the first-round playoff series, then those guys are going to be cooked. I feel like the Celtics can sweep the Knicks in a 4-game series, whereas the Pacers might push the Celtics into like an extra game or 2 in the series. I believe Indiana's 2-1 against Boston this year as well. Celtics have had some issues defending the speed of Indiana, so I like the Celtics at 2, taking on the Knicks for the 3 seed if that matchup happens. Missed 3 at the left wing there by Royce O'Neal. Rebound controlled by Derek White. Tatum at the right wing. Crossover. Lost the handle. Got it back towards the near side. Sends it over to Porzingis. Across the floor over to White. Fires a bullet down low. Porzingis. Turnaround shot. No good off the glass. Tipped around. And Tyus Jones able to get the ball from O'Neal with a defensive rebound here. Top of the key. Jones slides it off to O'Neal. O'Neal wide open 3. Takes it. And he makes it from the perimeter. 47% shooting for the Celtics from 3-point range. The Suns only 24% right now. Pritchard having a big game so far tonight. Right baseline dribble. Peyton Pritchard underneath. Up fake here. Pritchard sends it back outside to Porzingis. Porzingis step back 3 in the air from the edge of the midcourt. Logo off the back rim. No good. Tyus Jones. That ball deflected out of bounds off Horford. This game has really slowed down recently as Jrue Holiday, the ultimate game changer for Boston, will check back on the floor. I took Jrue Holiday over for points, rebounds, and assists tonight. And right now, he's got no points at the moment. 2 rebounds and 1 assist. So hopefully some opportunities coming up here for Jrue. Iguodala at the top. Bounce pass over to Booker. Booker dribbles up at the top of the free throw circle. Drives in Porzingis. Step back jumper contested by Porzingis. Skidded off the rim. No good. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Under 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Derek White brings it up the floor. White has it top of the key off to Tatum at the right wing. Tatum. Lob. Looking for Horford. Tatum, bad pass, results in the turnover. Jason Tatum playing lazy basketball. Forgets the guard. Ryan Dunn, Iguodala, bounce pass. Tatum late on the closeout splash. Tyus Jones knocks down the three. Uninspired, lazy basketball right now. Displayed by Jason Tatum. And we take the timeout. 4:35 left to go before halftime. Joe Mazzola not too pleased by Tatum as of late. Yeah, Jason Tatum played incredibly lazy on Wednesday, and once again, he's playing lazy once again today. If you looked at my top 5 picks of the night, didn't take anything with Jason Tatum for any bets because he's playing some lazy basketball recently. None of my picks tonight are with Jason Tatum. If they were, they'd be taking the under for Jason Tatum tonight. But this is what I took. Celtics over 120.5. It was looking good early on. They dropped down 31 in the first quarter. All of a sudden, Celtics started to play iso ball, started to play lazy offense with Tatum with the turnovers recently. Porzingis over 19.5. He's got himself 10 right now. That's pretty good. Derek White at 15.5. He's got nothing currently. Only one shot attempt for Derek White. Instead, you got Jason Tatum hogging the shots right now. Derek White over 4.5 assists. Got himself 2 assists currently. Drew Holiday, a little bit of everything. He's yet to make an impact offensively. Drew Holiday and Derek White only one shot attempt each in this game for those two guys, whereas Jason Tatum has attempted 8 out of the 35 total shots. He's only made 3 of those tonight here. 13-point game coming back from the timeout. Derek White on the floor with Tatum, Porzingis, Horford, and Holiday. Loose ball. White picks it up. Defense starting to ramp up here for Phoenix. Booker to flex it over to Porzingis. Cut it back. White, jumper, deep 2. Off the rim, no good. A rebound secured by Royce O'Neal. Phoenix down by 13 with possession. Tyus Jones over to the left wing off to Booker. Phoenix going to slow it down as we approach the 4-minute mark left to go here before halftime. Booker, push pass, right wing, catch and fire 3. Ryan Dunn off the mark, no good. White controls the defensive rebound. Derek White already a team-high 5 rebounds at the moment. Holiday, guarded by Iguodala around the perimeter. Slides on top over to Tatum. Lob down low. Porzingis. Size advantage. Turn around. Up and through. It's good for 2 over Ryan Dunn in the mismatch. Hunting down mismatches. You got it with a big boy all game long with a 7'3" big fella. Porzingis got himself 12. Top of the key, Tyus Jones. Jones, defended by White, 1-on-1. Dribbles right past him up to the elbow. Pocket pass. Iguodala rolls down. The runner connects in the 2. Celtics still haven't figured out the pocket pass over to Iguodala at the free throw circle. He's got himself 8 points. He did that all throughout his career at Marquette. Tatum at the top. Tatum dribbles, drives, right down the lane inside, shuts the door with a 2-handed flush there, plus the foul. Jason Tatum and one coming up here at the free throw line as he explodes right to the cup of the mismatch. Ryan Dunn getting shredded defensively. That's pretty ironic because he played for a college team which hung their hats on the defensive side of the floor when he played for head coach Tony Bennett at Virginia. Tonight, not so much, though, when you're playing for the Phoenix Suns. And one coming up here by Tatum. 3:12 left to go before halftime. 9, 4, and 3 tonight for points, rebounds, and assists by Tatum. That's how you go right there for Tatum. That is inspired basketball. That is not lazy, selfish basketball. That's taking it right to the cup, playing inspired basketball. Energized basketball there displayed by Tatum on that previous possession. Booker, top of the free throw circle, outside over to Tyus Jones. Jones dribbles back out to the edge of the TD Garden logo. Jones, top of the key guarded by Horford, 1-on-1. Moves it out to his right to Booker. Booker drives inside the paint of Porzingis. Booker goes up. Booker puts up the shot, gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up here by Devin Booker. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well, as we got 50 plus watching right now. $12 points tonight for Devin Booker. First one's good. Second free throw right down the middle. 14-point game, Celtics with the basketball. Jason Tatum crosses the midcourt logo. It's Tatum, Brown, Horford, Holiday, and Porzingis. The 5 in the court currently. Horford at the left wing. Porzingis posting up, receives the lob from Brown. Working on Royce O'Neal on a mismatch. Porzingis turnaround, puts up the shot, connects on it. 14 points right now by KP. Tons of mismatches on the floor. Playing less of Nick Richards, meaning that they're playing a small ball 5 and nothing from a big man at all in this game. A wide open triple gets buried by Royce O'Neal. 13-point game. Celtics with 2:15 and under left to go before halftime. Brown at the left wing. Lob to Porzingis. Porzingis guarded by Dunn. Shoots right over him. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled by O'Neal. They had the right idea. Porzingis just shooting over dudes and drilling jumpers over opposing players in this game so far tonight. Jones, push pass over to Booker. Off the double team, Booker drives right past Porzingis. Shovel pass. Iguodala with another 2. Celtics gotta stop that open roller from happening. So Iguodala, all he does with his game is just roll to the hoop. That's the only thing he does. How do you not have him scouted out at all? Jaylen Brown turns the corner, soars up, and able to put it through for the bucket. 58-45, 26 to 10 points in the paint in favor of the Celtics. Cash money on the bank there by Devin Booker getting into the mid-range. 11-point game, Celtics with the ball. Brown attacks the paint right over Booker. Missed the shot down low. Rebound controlled by O'Neal. Out of the pack here for Phoenix. Up the floor goes to Iguodala. Iguodala floats the pass across the court, as we'll see if he decides to roll to the hoop once again. Booker at the top of the key. Booker jacks up the contested 3 over Brown. Missed off the mark, no good. Tatum controls the defensive rebound. 10-4-4 right now for Tatum with points, rebounds, and assists. Drew Holiday at the top. 50 seconds left to go before halftime. Drew guarded one-on-one by Dunn. Lobs it over to Tatum. Tatum, jab step, one-on-one as he takes Tyus Jones off the dribble drive. Accelerates for the jumper, takes it, and he makes it for the deep 2J. Celtics by 13 right now. Jason Tatum got himself 12 points currently in this opening half. Here goes Iguodala at the low block. Bounce pass off to Dunn in the corner. Under 30 seconds left to go before halftime. O'Neal outside finds Booker. Booker at the top of the key. Booker drives, attacks, a runner over Porzingis. Missed off the mark, no good. Tatum controls the defensive rebound. Celtics with the ball. They can take this clock down right here, so we're down to 12 seconds left to go. Tatum guarded around the perimeter. Tatum will draw the reach-in foul. That is charged to Tyus Jones. 8.6 seconds left to go. Hey, what's good? Greg in the street. Welcome back in, man. Celtics looking really good right now in this game. This Phoenix Suns team, not so hot recently. Losers of 4 straight games, allowing opponents to average 134 points in the previous 4. Al Horford, near side front court, inbound passer, sends it off to Holiday. Off to Tatum. Final 6 seconds left to go. Tatum at the top of the key. Tatum dribbles up now to the elbow. Tatum jumper over Booker at the buzzer. Off the back rim, no good. And we close out going to halftime. Celtics by 13. 60-47 Boston to the first half of action. A lot of Jason Tatum so far tonight. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Shooting 5 for 11 from the floor. Just 1 for 5 for the perimeter, though. For Jason Tatum, playing a lot of iso ball in the opening half. Kristaps Porzingis, though, the hot hand. He's got 14 for KP on 5 for 10 shooting. 17 by Jaylen Brown, leading all scorers in this game. It's shooting 6 for 10 from the floor to the first half. Great start here for the Celtics tonight. Hey, what's good? Welcome in. Thomas in the stream. That's awesome. Best of luck there. So a big lacrosse game looks like for tomorrow. Number 1 team in the land going to Providence, looks like. And best of luck there. Taking on Brown. Wow. Yeah, I haven't done a lacrosse game yet for Brown. I've done a lot of their water polo games. I'm going back there in late April to cover the water polo tournament that they're doing for women's water polo. They're hosting the conference tournament in late April, so I gotta like prep 7 different teams that's part of their conference. So I think it's Brown, Princeton, Harvard, Michigan is in, or one of those teams, Michigan or Indiana. One of those teams is in their conference for water polo. There's a couple others I gotta prep as well. That's part of that conference that's playing that weekend. Yeah, that would be pretty funny if I was calling that tomorrow. I'm actually not scheduled for that game tomorrow. I was supposed to cover softball tomorrow for a doubleheader at one of the D3 schools, but they postponed it to Sunday for the games. So luckily I got that prep done like late last night, which is why I'm able to stream tonight. Cool. So, oh wow, that's actually on Nesson tomorrow. I thought that would be an ESPN Plus game. I just looked at Brown's schedule for tomorrow. They got Cornell. Yep. So, number 1 team for men's lacrosse, Cornell, going into Brown tomorrow. That game's actually on Nesson. If for those who watch in New England that get Nesson for their cable network, I thought that would be like an ESPN Plus broadcast because that's what I'm usually used to when I broadcast sports over at Brown. But they got that game actually on Nesson tomorrow. Yep, Peyton Pritchard having a huge game so far today. 8 points. It seems like he's got more off the bench for him. Perfect. 3 for 3 from the floor. 2 for 2 from the perimeter. 8 points in 13 minutes by Pritchard. I think a couple of his threes have just been gigantic for Pritchard. 17 by Jaylen Brown, 14 by Porzingis. There's no answer for Porzingis. The guys that they're playing tonight for Phoenix, this is the lineup that they started. Royce O'Neal, Ryan Dunn, Oso Ighodaro, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. They started a small ball lineup tonight. They got Nick Richards, their leading center, playing just 6 minutes tonight. Everything's been small ball. Mason Plumlee hasn't even entered a game tonight. Neither is Ball. So they're not even playing like an actual 5 on their team. They're playing Oso Ighodaro as the main center, playing 18 minutes tonight. He's actually 7 feet. See, I didn't realize that. I thought he was 6'10" for Ighodaro. He must have like grown a couple inches or so in the preseason for him. ESPN has him listed at 7 feet tall. Yeah, I didn't realize he's at 7 feet. I thought he was like 6'10" or so for Ighodaro, but they've got a rookie center matched up with Porzingis, and it's just a complete mismatch out there. 16 by Devin Booker, 10 by Ighodaro. Celtics got I don't think they have Ighodaro scouted. That's the issue. I watched a lot of him when he was playing at Marquette. Watching some of the games that Providence played when they faced Marquette, and a lot of the baskets that he had is when he's rolling to the hoop. It's a lot of like pick and roll offense for him, as he's like the main roller, and he's doing a lot of that so far this game. Just a lot of mid-range floaters off the roll down to the hoop by Oso Ighodaro. That's how he's burned the Celtics throughout the entirety of this game. Every single shot he's made has been a mid-range runner for him. Check in right now on the Cavs against Spurs, because that game's meaning a lot. If the Cavs win that game, Cavs will get the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, which all they need is to win 1 game out of the next 6. Celtics will be in the number 2 seed. Right now, the Cavs lead the Spurs 41-30. Yeah, I think after the end of this game, for your final 5 games of the schedule, Celtics should probably just think about resting players to close out the schedule, because they'll have the number 2 seed wrapped up after probably tonight if the Cavs can win that game. Celtics are 5 games back behind Cleveland. We got 5 games remaining in the regular season schedule after tonight's game wraps up. And then the Knicks are way too far back. They're 13 games behind Cleveland. They're 8 games behind the Celtics. So the Celtics, once the Cavs win, the Celtics will be the number 2 team in the NBA playoffs in the Eastern Conference. So they're going to get the number 2 seed. So probably what's going to happen, you'll see a lot more out of guys like Peyton Pritchard, Neemias Queta, Jordan Walsh. Like, just save Tatum and Brown for the playoffs. Get those guys the rest because they've been playing dinged up. Al Horford had been in and out due to what the injury report listed as a big toe sprain, basically because he doesn't play night 2 of a back-to-back for him. I don't know how they were getting away with that on their injury report. Honestly, crazy that they listed like something like big toe sprain every single time that he would be out on the injury report. That's what the Twitter page would put up there under the injury designation for Al Horford. But yeah, you just got to give Tatum Brown their rest. They're going to get an extra week of rest anyway heading into the playoffs because there's that play-in week that takes place. Porzingis too. Yeah, he's going to need a lot of rest for Porzingis. Don't want to really risk anything for him as well. But this is a good opportunity for other guys to shine. Peyton Pritchard, Baylor Shireman, giving him some opportunities. Jordan Walsh, Neemias Queta, Torrey Craig. Good opportunity for some depth moments for this team going into the playoffs. If you can get those guys some opportunities to shine, because there's really no reason why you should be playing Tatum and Brown for like the next like 2 weeks or so. You can have them check in if you're Joe Mazzulla. You can have them check in like briefly to make sure that they're in a rhythm, like playing a couple minutes or so. But there's no reason why these guys should be playing like 25, 30, 35 minutes against the teams that they got coming up if they already have secured a 2 seed. This is the final regular season schedule. Last 5 games for Boston. They're back at action Sunday at home, taking on Washington at 6 p.m. After that, they're on the road at the Knicks on April 8th. That game's not going to mean anything for the Celtics, wrapping up the 2 seed. Possibly could mean something for the Knicks. If you're the Celtics, you want the Knicks to beat you in that game. Because the Knicks right now are 3 games in front of the Pacers. Honestly, in my opinion, I'd rather have the Celtics. I feel like they match up better with the Knicks compared to the Pacers. Celtics swept the Knicks in the regular season. Pacers gave the Celtics some issues this season. I think the Pacers went 2-1 against the Celtics this year in the regular season. They get a lot of speed for that Indiana team. They got a deep team. They're playing well recently, too, for Indiana, second part of the season. I remember they started off rough, like the first part of the year, but since the new year, they have been really playing well up to the number 4 spot in the East for them. But yeah, if I'm the Celtics, I'm looking at the Knicks, if the Knicks are underdogs in that game going into that matchup on Tuesday, I'm taking the Knicks straight up money line on that game because the Celtics are going to be resting players. The Knicks need to win that game in order to keep space in front of them and the Pacers. Right now, the Knicks are 3 games above Indiana at 3rd in the Eastern Conference standings. The Pacers are in 4th, and then a tie between 5 and 6 between the Bucks and the Pistons. We might be looking at the Knicks not even making it to the second rounds, honestly. That could be the Pistons taking down New York in a 6-3 matchup. I would not be shocked if that happens there. Did I set up my live stream? Not yet. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning or so. Another 500 season for the Red Sox. I'm going to go no there. I think they're going to take the step up this year. Probably get around like 85, 86, 87 wins. Around that mark, I'm predicting. They started off slow, and they're starting to win games right now. They've won 3 straight games in a row for them. So they started off 1-3, and now all of a sudden they're 4-4. Actually, one of my good friends that I work with is supposed to go to the game tomorrow at Fenway. Hopefully they have that game for tomorrow. Yeah, he started to turn it around for what I heard. I think it was yesterday's game where he started to turn it around because I usually wake up and tune into the local news before I leave for work at like 7:15ish, and I usually like tune in to see like the sports highlights from the day before, and it seems like Devers turned it around the other night. Whole Eastern Conference basically has been decided right now. So the Cavs are probably, most likely going to get the 1 seed. Celtics going to get the 2. Knicks, Pacers right now 3-4, and then a tie between 5 and 6, the Bucks and Pistons, and then the play-in. So the play-in's going to be the Magic, the Hawks, the Heat, and the Bulls, unless the Pistons just lose out or so, and then the Magic win out for them, which that's very unlikely to happen. But those are going to be the 4 play-in teams. So the Celtics are going to have either the Magic, the Hawks, the Heat, or the Bulls. I think out of any of those teams, Miami, that's the one you got to be careful about. Miami has started to click recently for them. They're looking really good recently for the Heat. In my opinion, I'd probably take the Magic if I'm the Celtics. I think they'd have the best matchup against Orlando, in my opinion. They started off pretty good, and then they dropped all the way back to the 8 spot. But they were like 4th in the East at one point through like the first like 2 months of the season. Oh, awesome. So Walker Buehler got his first win as a Red Sox today. Awesome, man. Yeah, a lot of promise this year in the bullpen. Wow, good for you, Jay Ramirez. So 7 out of the 8 teams made it in for Final Four for men and women combined there for Jay Ramirez. Awesome, bud. Yeah, I saw your bracket doing really well. Jeffrey's bracket inside the top 3 doing well. I think Vegas got a pretty good bracket this year, too. $60 right now in the opening half for the Celtics. Just they could have even more. Jason Tatum forcing up a lot of tough shots that he's missed so far. I've been hitting a lot of these picks like crazy recently. If you guys ever check out my Twitter page, I post my top 5 picks in the night. Last night, it was Steph Curry over total points, LeBron James over total points, Steph Curry total assists, Golden State Warriors money line, Golden State Warriors over team total points. Tonight, I'm a little bit behind right now. I'm hoping for all these to click, though, at the end of this game. I'm 13-2, though, since Tuesday for my top 5 picks in the night. This is what I got for tonight here. Celtics over 120.5. Right now, they're midway to 120 at the moment. Porzingis over 19.5. That's looking pretty good right now. He's got 14, but I need Derek White to start shooting the ball and scoring the ball. He's got 0. 15.5 points for him as his over-under, so I'm going to need him to score a ton. Derek White already with 3 assists, though, so a good chance that he can break through in the over 4.5 assists, and then Drew Holiday over 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. Slow start for him currently as well in this game for Drew Holiday. He has just 2 rebounds, 1 assist with 0 points. Still a second half to be played, though, as we get back to action, half number 2 of action. Celtics dominant 26-10 points in the paint. Tatum taking a lot of shots so far, hogging the ball and not allowing his teammates to take those shots. We should see this switch in the second half just like that. Holiday going right to the rim, soars up, gets fouled, and he will shoot 2 free throws coming up here at the line. What's good, the Niger player? Welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I'm not too happy about that trade either. I'm kind of like kind of stunned that they made that trade, like, because a backup quarterback's so critical in the league. Like, in case your starting quarterback goes down, and I mean, they should have kept him because he has a bright future for Joe Milton. So yeah, I wasn't too happy about that yesterday that they traded him to Dallas. Runner by Iguodala, and he connects on another shot. Celtics still haven't had that covered out just yet. Jaylen Brown at the left wing finds Derek White around the perimeter. Holiday just scored his first pair of points at the free throw line. Lob to Porzingis. He's got 14. Bouncing bodies looking for more. Goes up, gets fouled. 2 more shots coming up at the free throw line. It's Royce O'Neal who picks up the shooting foul. Man, there's no player that can stop Porzingis tonight at all. Porzingis 14 points in 19 minutes to begin here. Yeah, I actually haven't been doing too many Celtics streams the last couple of weeks because it's been dominated by March Madness. Yeah, we have been going through, like, this part of the season's been, like, tough with, like, players missing time due to injuries. A lot of the games haven't really, like, meant much or so for a lot of these teams. It's either a lot of teams are out of the playoffs, a lot of teams are in the playoffs. Over the West, it's all about seeding, but in the East right now, Celtics have locked up the 2 seed for quite a bit of time here as Porzingis makes half of his shots at the free throw line. He's got 15 right now for Porzingis. Phoenix with the ball, 63-49 as Beal attacks inside the paint and goes up, gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up. It's charged to Tatum here in a shooting foul. Wow, this game's getting choppy to start off the third quarter. 3 combined personal fouls in the opening minute. That's actually on Porzingis. That's on Porzingis. First free throw is good. Second shot around the rim and out. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. 6 rebounds tonight for Tatum. Derek White still yet to score. So he crosses the midcourt logo. Bounce past Porzingis. Outside to White. Catch and fire 3. Able to bury it. Derek White buries the triple. He's on the board tonight. 16-point lead for the Celtics now. Starting to get into a groove. They're 9 for 19 from the perimeter. Iguodala. Bounce pass over to Beal at the right corner. Beal out feet guarded by Porzingis 1-on-1. Beal takes Porzingis inside the key. Jumper, step back, 12-footer off the back from no good. Tipped by Tatum. White collects the defensive rebound. Derek White hungry. Look at the score here. And half 2 of action. Slides it on top off the Tatum outside of White. Porzingis posting up. The lob goes to Porzingis. Able to snag it. Porzingis double teamed outside. Brown with 10 in the shot clock. Over to Tatum at the left wing. Tatum 5 in the shot clock. Tatum crossover. Spin cycle. Tatum jumper deep 2. Swash. Jason Tatum rips down the deep 2 jumper. Sticks it in off a hand in the face. Contested J. 18-point lead for the Celtics now. Phoenix at the top of the free throw circle. Iguodala, handoff Booker, kick out corner done. Outside over to O'Neal. His 3 skidded off the rim. Short offensive rebound controlled by Booker. Jumper, low block over White. Bounced in. It is good for the bucket by Devin Booker. Devin Booker needed to drop 40 tonight in this game in order for Phoenix to win. He's up to 18. That's not enough. Brown at the right corner. Brown launches the jumper. Drills the 2 plus the foul. Drawing contact there from Oso Iguodala, who have an and 1 coming up here at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown. Everything clicking right now for the Celtics against the league's worst defense in the previous 2 weeks, the Phoenix Suns. Jaylen Brown's just so strong. Got the buzz cut right now for JB. Month of Ramadan wrapped up in March. Starting off with a fresh buzz here to April. Free throw is good, 71-52. Celtics come out like a buzzsaw here this third quarter, outscoring Phoenix 11-5. Suns in trouble right now, down by 19. Devin Booker. Guarded by Tatum around the perimeter. Booker dribbles up free throw circle, outside over to Dunn as he takes him inside the key. Over to Booker once again, 6 in the shot clock. Booker. Bounce pass over to Dunn, gets it away and threw it away to the corners. That's a turnover. Terrible pass there by Ryan Dunn, and Budenholzer not too happy about it. Devin Booker tonight, 18 points, just 1 for 3 from 3. So he's only made 1 3-point shot this entire game. White. Bounce pass over to Porzingis. Lob down low. Tatum goes up, gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up here by Tatum. I think they can win a championship once again for the Celtics. So I think they're capable of two-peat once again, back-to-back going for the Celtics. I was saying earlier on in the stream, the sleeper team in all of this is Golden State. Golden State, in my opinion, has the greatest chance to take out Oklahoma City in the Western Conference. Since the Jimmy Butler trade, Golden State has a record of 20-4. If Jimmy Butler was playing the whole season for Golden State and they were on track with that record, they would have a record right now of 60-12. With Jimmy Butler, if he played the entire season for Golden State, Oklahoma City has a record of 64-12. That's going to be an even playoff series if those two teams meet up, whether it's the conference finals, whether it's their conference semis. That's going to be a good matchup. Tatum splits the free throws, 72-52. Yeah, Golden State, they're looking lethal right now. Like, nobody wants to face Golden State. Booker, jump stop inside the key. Dish outside of Dunn as his 3 came off the rim short. Offensive rebound controlled by Iguodala. Booker takes the 3 straight away. Bricked off the back rim, no good. Drew Holiday comes away with a defensive rebound. Tatum up the floor. Tatum attacks the paint. Tatum lost the ball. Got it back in the corner. Outside finds Brown. Jaylen Brown, step back 3 in the air. Money as he buries the 3. 75-52 Celtics. This game isn't even close right now. 23 by Jaylen Brown. He was coming into this game questionable. O'Neal, his 3, that's butter. Big response right back for Phoenix, down by 20. I'm not sure just yet on Tuesday. I got pretty busy week coming up this week as Porzingis shoots over the top of Bradley Beal. Couldn't finish. Out of the run out, and that is a two-handed flush by Ryan Dunn. And fast break transition. Yeah, I got a pretty busy week. I got lacrosse on Wednesday, and then I got 2 lacrosse games for the men's and women's on Saturday, baseball on Sunday next week. So I'm not sure just yet if I'll be live on Tuesday, because I do plan to go live on Monday for the national championship game for sure. Up fake here at the top. Derek White slides over to Tatum. Tatum steps into a wide open 3. Missed off the mark. No good. A rebound secured here for Ryan Dunn for Phoenix. Bounce pass ahead of the pack in as Booker got blocked off the glass by Porzingis. The referees called to the goaltendo. So that'll be 2 points awarded to the Suns, 75-59. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Down to 7:20. Left to go in the third quarter. We will take a break from action right now, heading over to the timeout. All right, quick update on the Cavs score. If the Cavs win tonight, they'll secure the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs, and the Celtics would be locked in as the 2 seed. And that looks like that's exactly going to happen tonight. 65-45 Cleveland in the final minute before half against the Spurs. What's good, Michael? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, be awesome if the Celtics could repeat once again. Tuesday, Jamestown's first baseball game. Best of luck there on Tuesday. Yeah, it's supposed to be cold on Tuesday. I actually talked to a guy today. He used to be the former athletic director at the school in Block Island, and he was the head coach for the baseball team in the year coming out of COVID. And what's interesting about the Block Island school is that their baseball team for high school baseball is K through 12. So they got kindergarteners, first graders, second graders, on the varsity baseball team that's playing against juniors and seniors at the high school level. Like, that's insane. So they got elementary school kids playing against high schoolers for high school baseball at Block Island, because I think they only have like 100 students in the school, or so. It's a K through 12 school. I know the island has a population of around 3,500 for them. And yeah, every single game they have to travel to the mainland of Rhode Island to play their games. And what the guy was saying is that they would book hotels for these players to stay at, because it takes a while to get back via ferry out to Block Island to get back to their hometown after they play these games. Yeah, this is unfortunate for Phoenix. Big names, not much depth, a lot of pointing fingers in the locker room at one another, not much chemistry. These guys just aren't enjoying one another. There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of toxicity going on in Phoenix. It's not a good look for the Phoenix Suns. They actually waved that basket off, so no goaltend according to the referees. They waved off the 2 by Phoenix, so instead it's 77-57 as Jaylen Brown, his incredible night continues. He scores inside the low post. He's got 25. Beal slides it off to his left, O'Neal. Back into the hands to Bradley Beal. Inside the key, missed a shot, no good off the glass by Bradley Beal. Rebound control by Tatum. Yeah, I heard about that, so I looked at their max preps, and it said a lot of the games last year had forfeits under it for them, because I wanted to see like how the guys' team did back in 2021 on max preps. I think they went like 8-7 for their record that year. And then I went to like their most recent year, and it kept on saying 1-0 forfeit for their game. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's really tough when you have like a limited size population to put together a team. Jaylen Brown here will shoot free throws at the line. 2 shots coming up. First one's good. He's got 26 tonight for Jaylen Brown. Yo, when I went to Lake Placid, New York a couple years ago, there's a town that borders Lake Placid. It's called Keene Valley in New York. And I was just like interested to see like how many students they had in the school district, because I saw sitting in the hotel at Lake Placid, I saw the newspaper said that they graduated 12 students out of their graduating class. And I guess what they do over there, they play 7-on-7 football over in like upstate New York, out in that area, because they can't generate enough students to play 11-on-11 football, so they play 7-on-7 football out there. 79-57, Phoenix. That pass gets deflected on the bounds off the Celtics. It'll stay Phoenix basketball. Yeah, understandable. That must be so difficult, like, to put together a team there, because the population's very small. Inbound for the Suns. Left baseline dribble. Booker scores an open layup. Yeah, the place that my family has their summer home up in New Hampshire, it's in the Lakes region in New Hampshire. A lot of those towns are like 1,000 per population for people, so they got a 6-town school district that they have represent the school district out there at the Lakes region of Pennsylvania, or Lakes region, New Hampshire, as Brown just got stripped by Beal. Beal with possession here at the top of the key. Slides it over to Booker around the perimeter. Booker, left baseline dribble, runner, swoosh. 79-61 now. Devin Booker's got himself 22 in this game. White, bounce pass over to Horford. Then a 5:25 left to go. White, catch and fire, 3, kaboom! He buries another triple. Derek White up to 6 right now, getting into a groove. What's good, old man? Welcome back in. Oh, wow. Like 12 students. Wow. Yeah, so many just places out there in like remote communities, and I'm kind of shocked they don't go like the way that like a lot of school districts in New Hampshire go. They have like 6 towns join in for like one giant school district in some areas. Jaylen Brown missed the layup. A lot of contact there, no call. But the referees. Booker, kick out, corner, over to O'Neal at the wing. His 3 off the mark, no good. Horford had it knocked out of his hands out of bounds. And Horford signaling to challenge this call. Referees rolled it out off of Al Horford. He said it was deflected off Phoenix last. Yeah, really sad collapse for the Phoenix Suns. Like, 4 years ago, they went all the way to the finals. We're up 2-0 in the finals. And just a major collapse by this Phoenix Suns team. 82-61, 4.5 minutes left to go in the third. Down low, Phoenix off the inbound. Booker goes up, gets followed by Hauser, and 2 shots coming up here at the line for Devin Booker. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, it must be just so desolate in some of the places, because, yeah, I'm from Southeast Mass. When I went to high school, I actually went to a 2-town school district, because my town I grew up in had a population of around 10,000. The other town next to my town had a population of around 6,000. So it's a 2-town school district that I went to. But yeah, some of the places up there, like upstate New York, even like Vermont, like they got like populations in the hundreds for a lot of those places. Some places like New Hampshire, in the middle of the White Mountains, has like single digit or like double digit populations. Hart's location has a population like 40 over there. I think Cambridge, New Hampshire has a population of 8. Missed shot by Tatum, hit the bottom left part of the glass, and a rebound got controlled by Nick Richards for Phoenix here. Booker dribbles up to the elbow. They made both of the free throws previously. Over to Allen. Grayson Allen drives inside the key. Over to Nick Richards. Richards attacks the paint on Horford. Sneaks around him. No good off the mark. Tipped around. The rebound controlled here by Al Horford. What's good, Jonah? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, hoping that they're able to win once again this year for the Celtics. Maybe a lot of stiff competition this year. OKC or Golden State coming out of the West probably, and Cleveland is going to secure the number 1 seed after tonight if they're able to beat the Spurs. Last time I checked, they're up by 20. Tatum right to the rack, soars up and scores the left-hand layup. Just weaved right past the entire Suns defense. 17 points right now for Tatum. Allen, outside finds Ryan Dunn. Tatum picks up the reach-in foul. Yeah, some of these schools don't have enough for like 11 on 11 football teams, so they do like 8-man rosters. So over in Mass, is it like 2 away to another school for high school sports? So the high school I went to was a 2-town school district in Southeast Mass is where I'm from. So the conference we played in Southeast Mass, some of the schools were close, like 15 minutes away for a couple of the schools. We actually played games on Cape Cod. So the conference that my team played in for high school sports, because I played in the baseball team for high school, so my high school is kind of towards like Providence, Rhode Island, where I'm from. But a couple of the teams in the conference were on Cape Cod, like Bourne and Wareham in Mass. So they were like an hour away for like bus rides. That was like the longest rides though for like in conference, was those 2 games out in Cape Cod. The other ones were like 45 minutes and under, with a couple of those games being like 15 minutes. A couple of jumpers here recently is another basket scored by Tatum for 2, traded back with a bucket by Booker. 86-67, 2.5 left to go in the third. Tatum at the top of the key, takes the 3 over Martin, no good, skipped around the rim and out. Rebound controlled by Grayson Allen for Phoenix. Colin Gillespie up the floor. Gillespie circles around the key, outside finds Booker. Booker at the top of the key, working on Pritchard 1-on-1. We're down to 2:15 left to go in the third. Gillespie. Skip pass over to the right corner. Martin. Dump off. Down low. Richards underneath over. Cordette scores up and it off the backboard. I actually didn't. So I didn't grow up in a town where I knew the doctor's son or sheriff's son. Yeah, I know some places take some of the teams like 2 hours to travel to games. I think up in New Hampshire, that's more so what they do for travel time up there. Al Horford able to score inside the low post up and through, good for 2. If it's a playoff game, then some of the playoff games take like 2+ hours to travel en masse because they expanded the state playoffs. They used to do it by divisions. So when I was playing high school ball, they used to do it by like South, North, East, West, and now they do it by the entire state. They do like a 40-team bracket for the entire state for the Massachusetts playoffs that they do for the interscholastic league over there for high school playoffs. Missed 3, skidding off the rim by Horford. Went out of bounds, touched the baseline. This will be Phoenix ball. Final minute left to go in the third. We're going to take a timeout on the floor as well. Yep. Yeah, some of those small towns, you know everybody out in those small towns. My town that I lived in, it takes from north side to south side, it takes like 25 minutes to drive from north side to south side. From east side to west side, it takes 10 minutes, but my town is humongous in just land mass. It's got only the population's only 10,000, so everything's spread out. But in terms of land mass, it's like one of the top 10 towns in the entire state of Mass in land mass. Wow, a 2-hour drive for other schools out in Washington. 6 hours, that's crazy, wow. I remember there was a snowstorm back in like 2006 or 2007, around there, like the mid-2000s in Rhode Island. What happened was that all the schools got dismissed at the same time in the Providence area, and then the snow started falling down at around 12 o'clock or so. The schools got dismissed around like 1:30. And all the vehicles got stuck on the highway in Providence. That there were cars at a standstill, multiple crashes on the highway, and some of the students were stranded on the school bus until 10 p.m. at night. They called it the December debacle in Providence. It happened around like the mid-2000s. Like it was bad. They had students getting off the school bus at 10 o'clock at night out there. Yeah, I'd probably go for UConn to win the women's tournament. Just such a rich history for UConn, what they have. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. 88-71. Final minute left to go here in the third. 28 points for Devin Booker for Phoenix. Everybody else with 12 or below right now for the Suns. Jaylen Brown, humongous game by him. 27 points for JB tonight. Looking the part. Tatum's got 17. Only just 1 for 8, though, from 3. 15 points by Porzingis. 10 points by Peyton Pritchard off the bench. Final minute left to go in the third. Phoenix has possession. Suns cross midcourt. Martin slides over to Gillespie. Bounce pass over to the elbow off to Booker. Booker with 28. He is the game leader. Booker turns the corner. Jumper, mid-range. Connects on it. 30-point night right now on the Devin Booker, Carly. I said 40 points would keep his team in the game. Problem is that the number 2 scores Oso Ighodaro with 12. And then after that, the number 3 scores Royce O'Neal with 9. So nobody else has stepped up for Phoenix. Here goes Tatum off the dribble drive, attacking the rack, and Tatum gets fouled. So I'll have 2 shots coming up here at the line in the bonus now for the Celtics. 33 seconds left to go in this third. Brown with 27. Tatum's got 17. Porzingis with 15. First free throw, good by Tatum. Yeah, huge disparity of scoring tonight for Phoenix, where Devin Booker's got 30. After that, Iguodala with 12 and O'Neal with 9. Second shot, that's right down the middle. 90-73. 30 seconds left to go in the third. Celtics looking good tonight. The free throw line, 15 for 18. And Booker at the right wing draws the double team. Booker, bounce pass over to Martin. Martin soars up and he gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up. Very choppy third quarter. They're going to be in the bonus as well. Two shots here by Martin. The first one's good. Second free throw is good. .15 game. Shot clock turned off. Final possession to close out the third. The ball into the hands of guess who? Peyton Pritchard. Now moves it over to Tatum. Tatum at the edge of the TD Garden logo. Right wing perimeter. Tatum doing a lot of shooting tonight from the floor. Tatum. 4 seconds left to go. Tatum doubled. Kick out corner. Pritchard. Jumper. Fall away at the buzzer. Left it off the rim short. And we close out at the end of the third quarter. Celtics by 15. 90-75. Celtics looking the part tonight in this game. Going to be very close if they can get to that 120.5 point mark that I wanted them to get for my prediction. Haven't really been stagnant at all offensively tonight for the Celtics, so that's the good thing. It's just the shot selection tonight. It's been questionable. Only 44, or no, that's Phoenix. What they're shooting is 44% from the floor. Celtics tonight shooting 52.5% tonight in this game for Boston. 11 for 27 from 3. 27 points by Jaylen Brown, 19 by Tatum, 15 by Porzingis, 10 by Pritchard. Yeah, that would be amazing if they go with a three-peat. I'm more so just focused on the two-peat this year. They're going to have a much more difficult time doing that, though. Oklahoma City, they look really good. They've been locking up everybody this year. OKC looks fantastic. And then Golden State's, since the Jimmy Butler trade, is 20-4. So those are the two teams that I've got my eye out. But also can't sleep on Cleveland because they're the best team in the East. So, yeah, the Celtics have been playing excellent this year. 56-20, going to be 57-20 after the end of this one. Last year, let's see here. Celtics went 64-18. The East was not good last year. Celtics blew past everybody in the East last year. The number 2 team was the Knicks, who went 50-32 last year. It seems like everybody's really just upped their game this season. The Cavs, the Thunder really, really upped their game. Yeah, Denver, Jokic is going to have some serious help with a healthy Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon. But Jokic is a bucket for him. Like, he's capable of putting up 60-point triple-doubles for Jokic like he did the other night. Just insane. And the crazy part about it is that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is probably going to win the MVP for him over Jokic, which Jokic is putting up his best career year by far. Watch out right here. A huge collision on the floor as Cody Martin tried to throw a poster over Porzingis. And yep, right on cue, as Keith puts out here, we need Porzingis to stay healthy and play his game. And Porzingis goes in the floor hard. Looks like some contact here to the right part of the face of Porzingis as he was almost part of this poster. Cody Martin flying right over Porzingis as Martin got rejected by the front iron. And then Porzingis and Martin hit the deck together. And Porzingis is bleeding from his right eye. Oh! Holy smokes! Gigantic gash of blood, and Porzingis is bleeding from his right eye, and he is all giddy, happy, and pumped up with a crowd right now. He's got a Gatorade towel right over his eye. Both of his hands fist pumped to the crowd. He's going to be fine as Porzingis signals bye to his team, walks to the locker room super giddy, like he's looking like he's high. Referees are going to take a look at this one at the monitor right now. So we're going to head over to a timeout. Porzingis gushing with blood. Holy smokes, he is looking like a couple weeks ago in the first round of the tournament, Earl Timberlake on O'Brien, when he had just a whole gash in his head there, just suffocated with blood. That's what Porzingis looked like. He had bleeding from his right eye for Porzingis. Cody Martin tried to throw down a poster dunk over Porzingis, and then Porzingis had just blood squirting constantly from his eye. Gee. That's the big key for the Celtics there. Gonna need a healthy Porzingis. Luckily, the Celtics will have like 3 weeks before they actually need Porzingis to step on the floor and play a meaningful game. Because they're going to be the number 2 seed locked into the playoffs. Cavs lead the Spurs 72-55. All the Cavs need to do is win this game. They'll be the number 1 team in the East in the playoffs. Like, we got, I think it's like 3 weeks or so, or like 2.5 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks before the start of playoffs. The 20. Let's see here. It's usually around the 20th. We got 2 weeks. 15 days. 19th. 19th this year. 19th is the official start of the playoffs. You got 2 weeks before the start of playoffs. I mean, Porzingis should be sitting for the next 2 weeks. Massive blood just gushing from his eye for Porzingis. Man, just Porzingis is just a super proud Celtic. Just insane. Like, this guy's just waving both of his towels up in the air to the fans. He's got one eye that's just bleeding. Like, that's just goes to show you the energy of KP. Like, this dude's just a free spirit. It's so funny. 90-75 as we come back into action here. Like, usually players are pissed when they have to head to the locker room to step off. 15-point lead in front of your home crowd. Just a hysterical moment as Grayson Allen with a big U in that pass airmails it, sails out of bounds. Turnover by Phoenix. Sad game tonight for the Suns. Right now, Mason Plumlee hasn't even played a minute. They go with a small ball 5 lineup. They barely play Nick Richards tonight. It's like, what are they doing with this Phoenix Suns team right now? Hauser missed the 3 off the mark. No good. A rebound controlled by Phoenix here with possession. We're down to 11 minutes left to go. Tyus Jones. Push pass to the corner off to Beal. Beal, right baseline dribble. Bounce pass over to Nick Richards. He missed the hook shot. A rebound controlled by Hauser. Brown up the floor. Brown, a crossover, accelerates inside the paint, floats up the runner, got it to go, plus the foul. And one coming up here for Jaylen Brown. (93-75) Celtics. One shot by Brown right down the middle. He's got a 30-piece tonight. He was questionable coming into today's game. 18-point game. Beal drives, attacks the paint, swings it outside to the wing. Catch and fire, three, swoosh. That is made for the triple by Tyus Jones. Celtics controlling tempo in this game here. Brown inside. Oh, nice dump off underneath the no-look pass. Luke Kornet shoves it through with a two-handed flush. Jaylen Brown out here tossing dimes tonight. As Grayson Allen going to head to the charity stripe, coming up to shoot too. Man, just an insane no-look pass right there by Jaylen Brown with a beautiful setup behind the back over to Luke Kornet. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. What just happened here? Did Derek White... Wow. That may be the softest tee ever in NBA history. Derek White just got teed up. Derek White, out of all players, just got teed up for something. Mike Budenholzer, technical foul as well. So Jaylen Brown is going to shoot a technical free throw. He drills the technical free throw. I don't know what was said between Derek White and the head coach for Phoenix, Mike Budenholzer. But Derek White, out of all players, just got teed up by the officials, and Derek White can't believe he's right next to the scores table. Like, come on. That's the softest tee right there in NBA history. The softest ever. Softest tee ever. 96-80. There'll be a free throw here as well. It's good by Grayson Allen. 96-81. Top of the key with Jaylen Brown. Slides over to Pritchard at the right wing. It's Brown to Pritchard, Hauser, Kornet, and White. The five on the floor. Bad pass by Pritchard. Deflected. Intercepted here by Tyus Jones with a layup. 13-point game. Getting a little too close for comfort right now. Not sure if the Celtics are going to cover the spread either. They were a 15.5-point favorite right before the opening tip-off. Brown, he's got 30. Brown looking for a huge game. Lob over the top. Luke Kornet soars up, and he got fouled. Two free throws coming up here at the line for Luke Kornet. What's good? Be-Motion on the stream. Welcome in. Mike, thanks for joining in. Yeah, unfortunately for Tatum tonight, he's just been super inefficient. 1 for 8 from 3. Only 19 points in this entire game by Tatum. 7 for 16 shooting. It's been the Jaylen Brown show tonight with 31. Wow, that was not on the alley-oop jam that the foul occurred, so the Celtics will get the inbound out of this. Brown at the top of the key. Lob down low. Kornet tried to throw down another jam over Beal in a mismatch, and that time he'll head to the free throw line and should see 2 shots out of this here unless Beal is holding him up. Yeah, that's a shooting foul. Gonna see 2 shots. Yep, that's on the shot. That's on the alley-oop dunk motion. It's a major mismatch when you're pairing up Luke Kornet rolling down to the hoop, defended by Bradley Beal, out of all players. Hey, enjoy the rest of your night, Jeffrey. Thanks for joining in, bud. 2 shots here at the line for Kornet. First one is good. Second free throw is good. 98-83. And a quick turnover charge to Phoenix here. Jaylen Brown up the floor. White, kick out, corner, over to Pritchard. You know, Drew Holiday's barely played as well in this game. Kind of shocking for him. Pritchard, dump off, over to Cornette. Kick out, corner. Hauser launches the three, no good. Cornette tried to shove it down, missed off the back rim. And it goes over to Martin. Martin had the ball poked loose, maintained possession though. Allen calls for it at the corner. Yeah, no problem. I got him right back, so he's all set, Jeffrey. No problem, man. Catch and fire three here by Grayson Allen. That missed off the rim short to rebound right back over to Jaylen Brown. Brown, been the player of the game all throughout the course of the night. Lob down low, Cornette. Cornette turned around, and that's blocked. Over to Cylinder, though. It's called a goaltend charge by the referee. Is 100-83. Hey, what's good? Alex in the street. Welcome in. Wow, NHL all-time goal record looks like. Yeah, ESPN doesn't really cover hockey that much. Like, they don't really have any talk shows that like cover hockey or anything. Like, it's more specifically about like the NBA and stuff like that, and then all these like NBA guys try to like become analysts about college basketball for like a day or two and haven't even watched a single college basketball game when we get to the Final Four. So it's so funny to see guys like Stephen A. trying to talk about college basketball when they probably haven't even watched like 10 hours of this entire season's film in their life for college basketball, trying to put together analysis and stuff about this year's Final Four. I actually haven't this year for G League playoffs, but I heard J.D. Davison got the G League Player of the Year. Big congrats there. I saw that a couple days ago on the Celtics page. Wow, J.D. Davison is averaging 35 points per game in the G League playoffs. That's incredible. 35 points per game on 14.5 assists, 56% shooting. That's incredible. Yeah, I don't even bother when I'm on my lunch break at work. I don't even bother putting on ESPN when they have like videos when I'm on my lunch break to watch about like college hoops and stuff. I'm going straight to like CBS Sports usually and watching those guys. With like Jerry Palm and Matt Norlander break it down, because they're so much better than what ESPN's coverage has been currently. No, Tatum's not hurt. They keep on resting Tatum. Tatum's still not on the floor as we get back to action. The five in the court look like this for the Celtics. Sam Hauser, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown. He's played a lot of this game and scored a bunch of points tonight. The game leader dropping 31. Al Horford and Derek White. That's the five on the floor currently for the Celtics. So Tatum's still not out there. Booker, his shot blocked from behind by Holiday. Huge rejection once again by Horford. Here goes the Celtics out to the races. White, dish outside. Hauser launches the three. Swash! That's a really good sight to see. 8 minutes left to go as Sam Hauser buries the transition triple. Tyus Jones, top of the key, moves it off to the left wing. Bradley Beal drives on Horford at the free throw circle. Bounce pass. Jones puts up the shot. Gutted to go with a right-hand layup. 18-point game. Celtics out in full control tonight. Jaylen Brown, big reason why with 31. Holiday. Push pass left wing. Hauser around the perimeter, sends it over to White. White jacks up the three. Missed it short. That's an air ball out of bounds. And that's brutal. Yeah, Jason Tatum, he had ample opportunities too in the first half. Just super inefficient tonight. 7 for 16. The one that's crushing, he went 1 for 8 from 3 today by Tatum. Like, you attempt 8 threes for a guy that's averaging over 3 main threes per game. I expect much more than 8. Backdoor layups go by Hauser, up and it off the glass, assisted by Derek White. 105-85. 7 minutes left to go. Derek White tonight with 7 total assists. Derek White now with a streak of 7 straight games where he has recorded at least 6 assists or greater. Over/under player prop for assists tonight at just 4.5. That is way too low as Booker slices the double team, scores the right-hand layup. 18-point lead again. Under 7 minutes left to play here to fourth. Holiday on top over to Horford. Booker's got 32. A one-man show tonight for Phoenix. Step back three in the air. Missed off the mark by White to rebound control by Iguodaro for the Suns. Ren Jeff, what's good? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Booker doing everything tonight. Follow a low block. Cha-ching off the glass. Gutted to go. And Derek White, a little slow getting up right now. And a little bit of pain as he took some contact there from Devin Booker. Looks like he might have got him in the nose area, Carly. So White a little bit slow walking down this offensive side of the floor into the Celtics front court right now. Holiday running the points. Drew Holiday at the left wing, slides it on top over to Horford. Under 6 minutes left to go in the fourth as we approach the mark. Holiday up fake, 10 in the timer. Step back three in the air, off the mark, no good. A rebound secure by Booker. Celtics controlling this game right from the start. Booker, a bad pass, missed it wide of Beal. It's a turnover. Yeah, going back to see why Derek White. No, they're not going to show it on that replay. That was a beautiful bounce pass, backdoor feed over to Hauser a couple moments ago, though. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe tonight. Appreciate everybody for being a part here once again on the channel. Derek White moves over to Horford at the left wing perimeter. Horford lob to Tatum. Tatum's back on the floor. Tatum, right-hand figure roll. He scores up and through. It's good for 2. Jason Tatum back on the floor. He's got himself 21 right now as he just scored 21, 7, and 5 for Jason Tatum for points, rebounds, and assists. Al Horford sees Tatum posting up down low, sees a size advantage. And Tatum's just able to soar up to the cup and score with a right-hand finish. Tyus Jones at the top of the key. He's guarded by Hauser, 101. Jones moves it off to Booker. Booker working on Hauser. Booker, jumper, 15-footer contested off the rim, no good. A rebound secure by Horford. Celtics with possession. Holiday outside Horford at the top. Launches the three around the rim and out. Derek White hustle play offensive rebound. Lob, mistimed the lob and deflected right back over to Phoenix for the turnover. Phoenix with possession. Tyus Jones, quarter three. Off the back rim, no good. Tatum collects the long rebound. Tatum up the floor. Will slow it down here for the Celtics. Under 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Holiday guarded here at the top of the key. Outside of White. Catch and fire. Three. Swash. Derek White sizzles the triple. Finding the shot tonight, Derek White with only 9, but padding the stat sheet in multiple ways with 9, 8, and 7. Royce O'Neal outside of Jones. Jones over to O'Neal, catch and fire. 3, drills it right back. 110-92. Spent a lot of like the 18-point range throughout this fourth quarter right now. Celtics going to slow it down as we approach the 4-minute mark left to go in the fourth. Derek White puts the ball into the hands to Horford at the left wing perimeter. Horford outside finds White, catch and fire. 3 again, missed off the back rim. A rebound secured by Booker. Derek White tonight just 3 for 7 from the perimeter. Only 9 points this entire game. Booker working Horford on the outside. Booker, step back 3 in the air. Booker cans the triple. Phoenix showing a little bit of signs of life right now. 3:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Suns will burn the timeouts. So we take a timeout right now with 3:40 left to go. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. That's a big 3 by Phoenix at least to hang in some part of this game, now down by 15. Jaylen Brown, player of the game tonight, 31 points by JB. He was coming into tonight's game questionable due to an injury, but available playing for this matchup tonight. $110.95. Down to 3:40 left to go as we come back out of the timeout. Derek White on the floor with Peyton Pritchard. Camera will get the full court shot right now. White, Pritchard, Tatum's on the floor. Cornette and Holiday. Tatum, a kick out, quarter, White, quarter, 3, kaboom, drills another triple. It's a laser from the perimeter by Derek White. 3:25 left to go. That's your go-to guy down the home stretch of this game here for the Celtics. 14th made 3 of the night for Boston. Top of the key, Colin Gillespie. Gillespie steps into a wide-open 3. Swash. Right down the hatch. She was able to crank that one through. Former Villanova Wildcat product. As we are down to 3 minutes left to go in the fourth. Tatum sends it off to White. Back into the hands to Tatum. Tatum at the left wing. Tatum. Guarded around the perimeter by Royce O'Neal. Push pass down low. Cornette scores. Up and through for the bucket. Nice assist right there by Jason Tatum. Luke Cornette cutting backdoor wide open to the hole. 12 points, 4 rebounds tonight by Cornette. Quick miss 3 by Booker. Out of the pack. Here goes Tatum. Tatum up the floor all alone. Throws it down with a 2-handed flush. Jason Tatum with authority. Dunks it through. Celtics by 19. Tatum tonight now with 23 total points in this game. Iguodaro. Hand off to Gillespie. 2:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Gillespie gonna slow it down at the TD Garden N. Gillespie. Bounce pass. Right quarter. Quarter 3. No good off the back rim. Misfired by Ryan Dunn. Rebound control by Derek White. White with possession as we approach the 2-minute mark left to play. Tatum at the left wing perimeter. Tatum's guarded by O'Neal. Tatum looking to find an open man right now. Tatum fires the pass down low. Absolute bullet over to Drew Holiday for the open layup. 119.98. I took the over 120.5 points. Next basket will get me there. 1:53 left to go in the fourth quarter. Celtics better score one more basket tonight as we head over to another timeout. Minute 53 left to go. Jason Tatum, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Jaylen Brown, the player of the game tonight with 31 points. Celtics put 6 guys in double figures. 12 points by Derek White, 12 points by Luke Cornette, 10 by Peyton Pritchard, 15 by Porzingis. Excellent balance tonight by Boston. 53, 38, 86. For their shooting splits tonight. 53% from the floor, 14 for 37 at 38% for the perimeter, 19 for 22 at 86% at the free throw line. Phoenix Suns a one-man show tonight. 37 points by Devin Booker, 12 each by Royce O'Neal, Oso Iguodaro, and Tyus Jones. Devin Booker's playing 1v5 out there on the floor. Neemias Queta checks in the court now. Some garbage time minutes as the Celtics empty out the bench. It is Neemias Queta, Jordan Walsh, Drew Peterson, Baylor Shireman, and Xavier Tillman. The 5 on the floor to wrap up this game in the final minute 53. If you're new in the stream, enjoyed the live stream tonight, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe for future content. I'll be back tomorrow night covering 2 games tomorrow, both the Final Four games between Miami and Auburn at 6:09 p.m. and then Duke versus Houston, the nightcap at 8:49 p.m. Colin Gillespie, guarded by Jordan Walsh around the outside. Gillespie, right baseline, Jimbo Walsh picks up the reach and foul. The clock will stop with 1:43. Damian Lee. Inbound to Ball. Lee comes off the screen, drives on Shireman, off the glass, no good. Tillman with a defensive rebound. Minute 35 left to go. Tillman finds Walsh up the floor. Jordan Walsh swings it out to the top to Tillman. Back over to Walsh here. Walsh around the perimeter. Over to his right to Shireman. Shireman up fake. Shireman drives, attacks the paint. Baylor, Shireman. Easy layup, and we hit the over on the team total prop for tonight at over 120.5. It's 121.98 Boston. Colin Gillespie. Guarded around the perimeter, working on Shireman. Jumper, free throw circle, off the rim. Short rebound controlled by Cada. As we are down to the final minute left to go in the fourth quarter, Tillman at the top. Hand off to Walsh. Peterson, left wing perimeter. Final minute left to go. Peterson sends it off to Shireman. Pull up Jay. 30-footer around the rim and out. Tipped up to Cada. Offensive rebound. Put back. He has got it. 123.98 Boston. Celtics going to pick up win number 57 this season. It'll be 57-20. Cleveland is up by 15 with 10.5 minutes left, 97-82. So the Celtics have secured a number 2 seed most likely in the NBA playoffs in 2 weeks. Phoenix able to light up a 3 there, 123-101. Celtics with the final 20 seconds and under. Jordan Walsh tries a 3. Jordan Walsh off the rim short. Offensive rebound controlled by Shireman. Jumper, free throw circle, left it short. Rebound goes to Cody Martin in the final 10 seconds and under. Kick out corner, 3, Damian Lee, no good. Ball on the outside. They fired a bullet over to his teammate. They score with 0.7 on the clock remaining with Phoenix. It's going to be a 20-point lead as the Celtics pick a win number 57 tonight and cover the spread in this one. Final score, Celtics did it with authority, controlling the game, plus a bloodied eye by Kristaps Porzingis in the process. 123-103 the final score. Celtics will be the number 2 seed in the NBA playoffs. They can, if they wanted to, they can rest Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday. They can rest those guys. Al Horford for the next 2 weeks because they're not playing a meaningful game until either the 19th or 20th of April. For their next game, that's going to mean something. They have secured a number 2 seed in the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. This game goes final. 123-103 the final score. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in. Before I do sign off tonight, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. Also, feel free to join back in tomorrow. I hope to be back for both of the Final Four streams tomorrow night. Here's all the channel members. We got Jason, Bradley, Warren, Kelly, I Am Ghost, Anija Player, Asia, Ice Baby, Katie, Ogie, SGA Sports Talk, Lonely Satellite, Michael, John, Norma, Jonathan, Guido, and Mark. Thanks for joining in, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. Celtics win, rather easily by 20. 123-103 over the Phoenix Suns. Thanks for joining in, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your Friday night.